Okay. Most local brick and mortar companies accumulate sales from several sources. Okay. Our job is to get your website to the right sources to maximize your sales. Right. This client runs websites for their industry nationwide and shares the profits. Okay. We got ad sources. This is a directory actually called 411.com. Okay. A bunch of their jobs came through there. Now, a bunch of jobs came through other sources, including Google here at 8.4% of the total sales. If they've been trying to maximize their exposure on Google and be number one on every front page they can of Google, and that was it, they'd only make about 9% or 5%, maybe 12%. Oh, I guess I should go up. If they're number one on everything, I guess I should go up. Let's say 12% of the total. But the fact of the matter is Google accounts for less than 9% of their sales. And 411.com accounts for about 26%. Still, that one directory, imagine they didn't have it in there. There'd be so much profit lost, 36K for the period, okay, from that one ad source. All right, that's how important the directories are to businesses that apply, especially brick and mortars. Why? Because the listings in those other directories also feed back to Google. You might think, I can't imagine people go to 411 to search. The answer is they don't need to. They may go to Google to search, and then they see a link to 411, click on it. Next thing you know, they're choosing among the entries in 411. You need to be several of those entries, which requires several websites that are completely different to pull off. That's our specialty. Okay. 1,300 websites, making them about 150,000 a month. That's a worthwhile investment. Costs them a chunk to set it up, right? I'll get into specifics some other time. You know, again, strategy. I'll break through how that's done. No one came to us and said, we're going to buy 1,300 websites from you, start building at $250 each. No one did that. Okay. That's not what happened. All right. There's a smaller amount built, but then because of the way our system works, many variations can be created efficiently. So you can spin outward as wide as you want to go. And that's the purpose, actually. The initial reason that our CMS was built to be a mass website generator was to update literally thousands of websites that were affected by April 21st changes, Google's algorithmic changes with April 21st websites. Okay, so our tool was built to fix all of those efficiently. Nobody can just up and drop the cash to rebuild 3,000 websites from scratch. All modern coding, HTML5, CSS3, Bootstrap, Airfree coding, mobile ready. No one can just say, okay, I need 3,000 new sites. Here's the money at $250 each. That's just too much, right? It's 750 grand. All right, they need to be able to efficiently reproduce this effect for a sensible amount of money, and that's what happened. Okay, a lot of people can do this. Actually, they can build it up over the course of a year or two. Depends on how profitable your niche is, how hard you want to play this game, how fast you want to reinvest to force the exponentiality of growth, the geometric rise of the total number of websites benefiting you on your behalf. If you push for that, you can make it happen quick. Okay, you can do this in a year and a half, say. Okay, contact us to plan your best growth model. That's the point. All right, because we know what we're doing. How engaged? Let's take a look at one directory called local. This is important. Local.com is a PageRank 6, a PR6 directory. Okay, that just goes to show they're big players. Like Merchant Circle, they're big players. By listing various directories, you get seen more. Okay, but also the search engines show your local entries and searches. Okay, and so if you have entries in local, one or more websites showing up in local, and people are doing searches on Google that leads into local, there's going to be a link for local saying, choose from our suppliers. We can show you 15, you know. And then when you click, that shows 15 entries. What if 8 or 10 belong to you? Okay, you can do it. Most people don't know how to do it. You're learning how to do it. That's why you're here. Okay, 1/3. Now here's the point I want to make for all you guys who go, well, I don't get it. I've never heard of local.com, or I have, but whenever I want to search for something, I go to Google, right? Right. 1/3 of local's hits come from those searches on Google, Bing, and Yahoo. Okay, What percentage of visits to the site come from a search engine? About a third. Okay, literally 1 in 3 specifically come, they're marked clearly to have come from Google, Bing, or Yahoo. Okay. We list you in 50 plus such directories, which also get you multiple first page entries on Google, Bing, etc. So when somebody searches for you on Google, there's a link to Yelp, a link to Merchant Circle, a link to Local, etc. The more people go to those because they're going to show up, then you need to be in those lists. That's the point now. So how do you be on Google? By being in the directories. Isn't that funny? Be in the directories, and that puts you back in Google. Okay? And be in the directories multiple times, that puts you back in Google multiple times. It's value add. It's a huge, big deal, and it's very, very similar to this explanation. Okay? Very, very similar. Okay. Last thing I want to show, again, feel like you got to take your glasses off and wipe them off and put them back on your face. Sorry about all the graying out. You know, a lot of people say, how come you don't share results? The answer is because our clients prefer privacy in a big way. Can you imagine guys coming up and saying, oh yeah, sure, show me. They don't want to be shown. They don't want everyone calling and asking them, for one thing, and they don't want their competitors calling us and asking us, really. This is why we're doing our best to make it difficult for you to say, oh, well, that's an exact match, right? That's the point. I cannot let you do that. I can't let you watch this video and go, oh, that's just like me. You got to call, you got to ask, you got to talk about your business and what we can do for you and your budget and how we start sensibly and how we grow from there. How fast can you hit comfortably? How fast can you grow? That's literally it. That's the question. The harder you hit and the faster you grow, the better your results are going to be. Like with anything else, that's how it goes. All right, example of laser targeting on major directories. Here's the last point I want to make. Okay, we're looking at merchantcircle.com on the URL. We're looking for a particular company, and in merchantcircle.com, we have that company with their multiple locations across the nation, multiple phone numbers and addresses for all the different people running all the different departments across the nation or whatever, but it's all for the same company. Okay, same company, different websites, different entries. And in this case, actually, it's not even different websites. That's the coolest thing. These are different subdomains of a single website. Okay, but if I were to look for another company that would be a different website, I may see it pop up in all these cities too, or a different combination. Okay, it depends on what we're trying to accomplish. All right, there you go. That's the biggest point I wanted to make. I went over all of these for you, and I just kind of like go back through them again just to make sure they kind of like refresh in your head to get those points. And I want to wrap up with this. We have done hundreds, way over 500 raw templates. I haven't even tried to keep count anymore. Templates for our clients, okay, and lots of variations. Imagine this. Imagine more than half the entries are yours, okay, for everything that Yellow Pages is showing for that search, right? This search here and over half of the results are yours. Anything you click on is most likely going to be one of us, more than half a chance, right? Otherwise, people with a single website each, what are the chances they're getting clicked on, right? What are the chances they're getting clicked on in the list? All right, okay, and we have not had one refund request. Not one. No one has come back and said, I dislike the website. I dislike the admin panel. I don't think I have enough control. None of that's happened. It's all, I love the website. I love the admin panel. I love the level of control I have. I'm dropping WordPress is a very common one we hear because our panel is far more intuitive and it gives you a lot more control. And it is something basically no panels ever do. It lets you create unlimited websites right from that panel, unlimited variations. Okay. All right. I hope you found this interesting. You know, there's going to be more things as we go along, but I hope you got the point and just thought, now I get it. I see how it is that people are getting a lot of ground covered, and I really want to get into this too. So give us a call or shoot us an email. Best thing you can do, of course, because everyone's trying to call. Those calls can be long. Start with emails so that we can get further into the process. You know, we like to spend time in email working back and forth on initial details because that way we can handle the most number of people at once and figure out who we can do something for and who we can and how. And then after that is we're getting into more detailed descriptions with you and helping you really figure out your best strategy so that we can land something with you. Then go ahead and call. We'll give you our phone number outright and say, let's get talking because this is a good idea. Let's get this show on a roll. That way you can start earning. Okay, I hope you found this interesting. And this is Dave. I'm signing off. Thank you.